What is going on, everybody? Today is the day we've all been waiting for, or well, most of us anyways. Finally, we have the release of the Anti-Venom offer. Better late than never, although I'm kind of wondering why they waited so long to bring them out so close to the event. Anyways, we can say bye-bye to She-Hulk out of the Red Star Orbs finally, and now we got Anti-Venom in to challenge the RNG gods this week. So, as you all could guess, this video is going to start off with some Red Star Orb pulling for Anti-Venom, and RNG willing, we'll get something nice out of that, hopefully. Secondly, we'll be doing the Orb Opening unlock for Anti-Venom, and I want to give a particular shout out to YouTube subscriber Ran the Strange, who donated money to help me be able to do this video and unlock today for you all. So thank you very much for that. It's greatly appreciated. I'm sure everyone else here will as well. Thirdly, we'll be gearing and ranking Anti-Venom up as high as we can, go over his kit a little bit, and throw a bit of ISO into him as well. And finally, we'll be taking him into with the rest of the symbiotes into Ultima 7.1, where I'm on the second half of the raid, so we will get a chance to see him in action in some of the more difficult nodes and see how much of a difference he makes with this full team in action. That was a lot all at once. So without further ado, let's get it started. Alright guys, so here we are in the Orbs section of the store. Now I do have a whopping 86 Red Star, actually I should have more than 86. I forgot I haven't had the payout yet for the Orb Assaults or the Red Star Blitzes, so I should have even more than that, but hopefully we don't need to go through all of this. We do have 10 Gold Orbs and 10 Milestone Orbs. Now, again, I don't know if I 100% subscribe to Seed Theory, but since we want to try and get as high as we possibly can, we might as well try and use it. I also have a feeling I'm going to be spending a lot of gold on this because I'm going to be taking Anti-Venom up all the way, and that's going to shoot past the gold spending milestone for Emma Frost. But hopefully, even after that, because I still have a 16 million gold plus the gold orbs, that I still should have enough to get to Emma Frost 5-star. So fingers crossed there. Let's start off with the milestone orbs. We'll pull 10 of these, not all 10 at once. I need to go back and fix that. And see if we get anything good out of there that would qualify for Seed Theory. Otherwise, we'll spend 400k gold and then reset it and then do the gold orbs. I don't know what I'm doing here. And then we'll pull the red stars for Anti-Venom. We have quite a bit of stuff to pull for this, so let's get it started. We're looking for, I think, any Coulson drops, 10 Symbiote Spider-Man shards, or any gold drops on the side. Mini uniques and such. So we do have 5 Symbiote Spider-Man. Can we do better? I don't know if we want to go on that necessarily. I think gold orbs. We'll have to go to the gold orbs now. That didn't look too great there. Let's just spend some gold really quickly. So in this case, who am I going to put it into? I'm probably going to... Oh, I don't even know. Let's put it into Toad, I guess. Get into 70 in a bit. So take that up to 400k. Hopefully I have enough training mats as well to take Anti-Venom up all the way too. So we'll pull the gold orbs here. Oh, there we go. A lot of all that extra, and hopefully we get something out of that. If we don't out of these gold orbs, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend the gold and then use that new seed, and hopefully it's better, I guess, to try and pull for the red stars. So 125k. We're looking for, ideally, probably a million, but I think we might go on 350k as well. So we'll see. If I get a lot of good color drops, I might just roll with that as well. But I have a lot of red star orbs to pull, so whether or not this actually ends up qualifying as Seed Theory, it might not anyways. But I just want to maximize my luck while I'm at it, I suppose. Although that, 350, I think that might qualify actually. So I'm not going to wait for the millions. So we're going to start off with the top ones that I have. So we're going to start right off the bat with an Elite 5 red orb here. And then we're going to go down through the 4s and then through the regular ones as we go. And then hopefully, if we still need to, you know, it'll cycle back through the Elite 4s and maybe an additional Elite 5 as well. So let's get started here with an Elite 5 orb. Hopefully he's actually in the orbs. I've heard reports that he is, so I waited just to make sure. So let's get this started here with a pink. Wow, that's a 5 Anti-Venom, guys, and that means it's the end of my red star. Like, I can't even believe it. No way, that quickly. Then I have all the. I mean, that's great, but then I have like all these Elite Fours, and these other Red Star Orbs, they're just going to continue to stack up. Really, there's, you know, as much as I want to pull them, there's really no point, because the chances of getting a 5 or higher than a 5, really, out of any of these regular orbs are very slim to none. So at this point, I mean, I might as well just save up for the next character release. So that was a bit short-lived there, guys. Seed Theory, I don't know, maybe I just got lucky. But that's the end of this apparently short segment of the Red Star Orb pulls. So the second part of the video will be doing the orb opening, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we might get some good luck like we did on the Scream orbs, because I did get an 80 shard pull from that. Don't know if we'll be so lucky the second time around, but let's find out. And we're back. We just purchased the offer for Anti-Venom, and just a little note, the Lethal Dose Orb is what they called for Anti-Venom. It's just a colored version of the Scream one, which is kind of funny. But anyways, let's hope for some good luck here. I don't know. Wait a minute. Okay, so apparently the orb doesn't look like what it shows on the picture, which is really disappointing, because it had this little gray Scream version, but it's not, so that's highly disappointing. Anyways, let's get to pulling these, and hopefully we'll get some good luck like we did with Scream, where I pulled, I think it was 60 shards or 80 shards or something. I got really good luck on that one. Highly doubt I'm going to get it twice in a row, but here's to that anyway, so let's get that started. So the first orb is green, 6, bare minimum. It was the very last orb that I pulled really well, so we'll find out. 6 again, that's unfortunate. Oh boy, I guess my luck from my red stars is transferring over here and giving me not so good orb luck here. 8. 6, not doing so hot. That's 24. Oh, we go. Oh! Ooh! 60 shards! Ooh, wow. Wow. So that's going to go along really well with that 5 red star orb pull that I got. And basically this means I'm probably a shoo-in for 5-star throughout the event. And then, oh my god, and we still have 3 more orbs. I doubt that's going to happen again, but let's see. My game's lagging out, there we go. 6. Wow. 2 more. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to outpull that one. Last one. We did get it on the last one for Scream. Will we do it again? No, we won't. But 106 shards, plus the 55 that we got, that you get automatically, and that's a total of 161 shards. So, and all the other stuff, but that's not the point. Anyways, that was quite exceptional. That definitely, I doubt I'm gonna get 6-star through the event, but I might actually try and see how far I can push him. Anyways, that was really great, because he is also available through orbs, so I do want to actually point that out here. So there is the Lethal Dose Orb, and maybe that's the one that's called, no, never mind. You can actually buy the Lethal Dose Orb here for 675 cores. So if that's available throughout the event, I might actually consider pulling more of these potentially, if that'll help push me along to the next star level. Now, I don't know if this is going to be available all for the full 2 weeks or not, or however long the event lasts, but at least for now, it is an option if people want to try their luck and pull some more shards. So that was amazing. So let's go back to the roster here. Let's unlock Anti-Venom. We got the 5 red. We got 161 shards. Let's unlock him. Ooh, I can't believe how good my luck's been on the Symbiotes lately. This kind of reminds me of the Black Order, because back when they came out, I had some really, really good luck with them as well. So there we are. Anti-Venom is unlocked. We're going to take a short break here while I gear him up and max him out and see how far I can get him, and then we'll come back and take a look at him. Alright guys, so after all of that upgrading, we are back with Anti-Venom, completely maxed out as much as I could. My gold is going to hate me for that, and the Ember Frost milestone is also going to hate me for that, because I went well over and beyond what I probably should have spent in terms of gold for a daily basis, but I did really want to just max them out. So we are here at 67,500 power, gear tier 14, 7674, and level 2 ISO, currently at Striker class. So the reason for the reason why I decided to go with Striker class is because of what I heard about his basic, and especially in MSF.GG. We'll start with the basic here in his kit anyways. And so attack primary target for 250% damage plus apply bleed, and the opposite of 2 random positive effects on this character to the primary target. Heal the most injured non-summoned ally for 10% of this character's max health, plus clear heal block, and it can't be dodged. So again, the reason why I decided to go with Striker is that I heard that the follow-up ISO attack actually applies all of the positive effects that Anti-Venom has into negatives, not just 2. So we're going to test that when we get around to the raid section and see if that actually works as intended. If not, I'll consider maybe just running him as healer. I'm going to move myself over to the side here if I can actually. While we go through the kit. And so I did decide to go with the level 7 basic. I do think that the basics for most of the symbiotes are worth upgrading, with the exception of maybe Venom doesn't need it so much. But the symbiotes take a lot of turns, get a lot of turn bar, and so often when you're not wanting to use abilities or you don't need to, you know, having that basic really helps get some more damage out there. And in this case, it will apply opposites of random positive effects and also give more healing to your team as well. So really, all around, I think a really good skill, just like when I upgraded the basic for Scream. So let's go into the rest of the kit here. Antiseptic level 6. Didn't quite decide to max this one out. So clear heal block on all allies, apply immunity to all allies, heal all allies for 15% of his max health, and then revive a dead symbiote ally with 30% base health, and if there's no symbiote allies to revive, he gets 3 ability energy back. Now, the reason why I didn't really upgrade this, I didn't think 5% healing was a whole big difference considering how much healing that they already get, and reviving a dead symbiote ally from 30 to 60%, I don't think for where I'm at currently in raids at Ultimate 7.1 that this 30% is going to make a huge difference. Maybe if I was running Ultimate 7.5, perhaps this would be a bit more required, you know, and give them that much extra health, but I don't feel that this is really necessary depending on where you're at. So I did a small pass on this, might decide to come back to this later. So Deadly Cure, Anti-Venom's ultimate, is a bit on a longer cooldown. This is about 7 energy, but it is available at the start, and of course if you do use the special and nobody's dead, that he'll actually get 3 ability energy back, and so that'll funnel into this as well. Gain the opposite of all negative effects, excluding bleed on the primary target. That's unfortunate because, you know, often there's so many bleeds on a target, and that'd be really nice just to get like 10 regens. Attack the primary target for 300% damage plus 100% drain. So I'm curious because there's already 100% drain from the passive from Symbiote Spider-Man in raids. So is he going to get 200% drain from this? Because this could be quite a lot of healing. Not like they even need any more healing, but just wondering if that's how it works. Gain 2 regeneration, and then spread 2 random positive effects on self to symbiote, to non-symbiote allies. Spread all positive effects on self. That's really worded poorly. Spread all positive effects on self to symbiote allies. I think there was a bit of a typo there. There probably should have been 2 there. So it's to the rest of the symbiote team. So all of the positive effects that he has. So that's quite something, and we'll see how it works in practice when we do the raid gameplay. And then finally, the passive Wretched Healer, which I kept at level 4. Clear 1 negative effect from the most injured ally that has a negative effect. If that ally is a symbiote, clear 1 negative effect from the next 2 most injured symbiote allies with a negative effect, and then gain regeneration on them as well. When this character or Anti-Venom drops below 50% max health, gain Evade. Now, the reason why I didn't get this upgrade was because I think that they're going to be taking so many turns anyways that honestly, the amount of negative status effects that I normally have might only just be a couple, and since he's taking his turn so frequently, I think it's going to clear up pretty quickly. Now, we'll see, of course, if that doesn't end up happening in the raid battles, but I suspect that I might not need this. If this becomes an issue, I'll be more than happy to upgrade it, but at the time, I'm just going to be leaving it at level 4. I do have about almost 1,000 oranges left over after these upgrades, so if I need to go back and get this, then I will at a later time. So that's the kit for Anti-Venom. We are at tier 14, like I said, with Striker level 2, so that gave us an extra 10% max health, which we'll take a look at his stats here as well while we're at it. So he manages to get about almost 180,000 health. That is with level 2 Striker, so that does give an extra 10%. I think he was at maybe about 165,000 before. His damage stat isn't terrible at 11,000. I believe my Scream is currently sitting at about 14, I believe, 14, 15,000 maybe. At tier 14. His armor stats, decent. You know, all the stats really are pretty decent. His speed is really good too at 116. That's above average there. So all in all, I think Anti-Venom is going to be pretty awesome. And with his kit, and of course the kit of the rest of the symbiotes, they're going to be motoring ahead. So this will be really fun to test out once we get there. So that's the kit right there. I'm actually thinking about pulling some. I'm going to move myself back to the other side. I'm thinking of pulling myself some more Anti-Venom Orbs, because they are available to pull, like I said, in the store. Now if I can click on it here, the find button, it is available in the Lethal Dose Orb. I don't want to buy another offer, but because I have so many cores, and I was expecting to pull one of them, like Scream, I was expecting to be able to pull with power cores. I wasn't able to, and I do have almost 12,000 cores still. I think I'm going to pull some more cores here to get that rest of the way to 4-star, and we can increase our stats even further for this before we test them out in raids. So we need about 19 shards, so that could be at the worst 4 Lethal Dose Orbs. I'm hoping we get an 8 shard pull, and if we do get at least an 8 pull, then we only need to pull 3 of these. So fingers crossed, guys. We're going to do an extra little bit of orbs here on the tail end and hope that we get some luck here and we can get them over to 4-star, and that'll be really awesome. 6. We need to get one of these, need to be an 8. Please, please. I'm asking for a lot probably after what I just pulled. There we go, we got an 8, so I don't have to spend another orb. So we just need to do one more, and then we'll... Oh, come on. If only that was in the center. You know, how awesome would that have been if we got... I'm pretty sure a gold pull in the center is 180 or 180 shards. That would have been absolutely bonkers if we did that. But unfortunately, it was just gold. I'll take it anyways because I just spent a crap ton. But that should get us to where we need to be for 4-star. We're going to rank up, and here we are. 4 red, 4 yellow, 4 red so far. 78,000 power, almost 79,000 power. 206,000 health. Damage stat, everything, all the stats are up. So that should be really great for taking him into raids. And his survivability, his health is really high for a support character. 206,000 is really good. So he should have no problems surviving in the raid, and that's great. So we're going to end this segment here, and then we're going to jump over to Ultimates, where we're going to test them all out in battle. So here we are in Ultimates 7.1, where we are at the Ronin boss node. This is boss number 3 down the center lane, and this is where we're going to start here for this gameplay test. And we're going to do a couple of nodes anyways and see how well we do. And then we might do the boss node here, and I think we're going to carry on. How much energy do I have? I'm going to see if we can get all the way around actually to the Ultimates node, but for the purposes of this gameplay test, we're going to do this Ronin boss node, then I'm going to take a pause, and then I'm going to try and get to the Ultimates boss node here, and then see if we can one-shot it with the full team. So let's get started here for that. Okay, so we get by Black Bolt, and let's bring in Anti-Venom here to test. Here we are. So I have a 457k, 458k rounding up team. Now, unfortunately, I think I do have level 2 ISOs on all of my symbiotes now at this point. We do have Striker for Anti-Venom and Venom currently, Raider for a Symbiote Spider-Man and Scream, and then Skirmisher currently for Carnage. Now, I know a lot of people have made recommendations of Healer for everyone for the purposes of raids. That might be something I might look at if if I need to for higher difficulty raids. This is Ultimate 7.1, so I'm not finding it as difficult in terms of damage that I'm being taken, but if you are someone who does difficulties a bit higher than me, then I suspect that you might need to consider the Healer class. But for now, this is what we're using here. I also want to test the Striker class with Anti-Venom and see if it does what I think it might with the follow-up ISO attack in terms of how many negative effects is applied to the other enemy. I know the basic is really worded kind of funny, the way that it does the opposite of the positive effects, so I'm going to put this on, well, maybe not. I don't know if I'm going to time out. There we go, the Korath ult to the face here. Normally I start with taking out Ronin because he does clear negative status effects, so that's a bit of an issue. So we are going to stun him, just in case he does the special. And then we're going to really just start stacking up some of these bleeds, but we're going to work on Doctor Strange, just in case here. And so here we are with Anti-Venom. Now, I don't know really what to start off with because I'm partway through. Gain the opposite of all negative effects, excluding bleed to the primary target. Now, there isn't a lot. I could target... there's a lot of bleeds here on Ronin, but I'm wondering what stun turns into, if anything. So we're going to turn this down to 2 speed really quick here and see what happens here. So what do we get? We got counterattack. So it looks like the opposite of evade was actually counterattack. And really, that just meant nothing. I don't know why I did that. We just got a lot of bleeds. from everyone else because of Doctor Strange. So that was super unfortunate and bad timing on my part. And maybe now I'm hitting myself for not having that that passive on Anti-Venom. So I hope this doesn't screw me over, and looks like we just got massively hit by, oh boy, by Juggernaut there to Scream. So we lost Scream. That was badly planned. That was poorly played on my part, and I probably shouldn't have done that. But let's get the revive going here so we can get everyone back in business here. And hopefully we might be able to get Magneto before he does the blind, but I don't know. So let's get some healing back on Scream there. Okay, so unfortunately, oh, we resisted it actually, so that's good. We're gonna get some red hit points here, and then let's finish off Magneto, go around. Okay, we should be okay, I think, from here. Juggernaut does need to die, so in terms of that, let's see. We do have this applied here. I want to see, let's speed this down as well and see what the Striker attack does. So here we go. And the follow-up attack did apply a lot of debuffs, disrupt and all of that. So I think the Striker attack could be accurate in that it actually does apply everything. Now we need to speed this up a little bit more quicker. But I think the Striker follow-up does actually apply the opposite of everything that was on him, because he had quite a bit of debuffs, or sorry, quite a bit of buffs. But I'm gonna have to rewatch that afterwards to make sure that I'm correct in that. But that was pretty crazy. Yeah, wow, look at all those buffs. Look at all those debuffs stacked up on Juggernaut. There's so many there, I just can't even... And then we're going to spread this all. I can't even tell what's going on. There's so much on the screen, it's really bonkers. And then we can just... we can extend all of that, like we even need to. Thanks, Pyro, for clearing some of those buffs. We have Evade. Again, I'm not even sure where the Evade's coming from. There's so much going on with these characters that... it seems like Anti-Venom, despite having... defense up, he's actually taking a little bit of damage here. Now, I don't know if it's from these bleeds. Maybe I screwed myself a little bit with Doctor Strange when he flipped those bleeds and stuff. Maybe it was my own bleeds coming back to haunt me. But we're still alive. Things are going well. I just need to pick up the pace a little bit. I'm being a bit slow for some reason, because I'm trying to talk and look at all the debuffs at the same time and see what's going on. Look, there's like 11. There was 11 bleeds on that Kree guy. That's just crazy. There's so many debuffs going on here. Let's do this to Ronan. Again, we need to deal with Ronan. We have a minute left, so I do need to pick this up a little bit here. And let's try and get the... We don't want this Doctor Strange to flip anything either, so let's get the ultimate down on Doctor Strange, and hopefully that will kill him. Hopefully... He'll bleed out, I'm pretty sure. And we need to get to work over here on this side. Normally I'm not this slow, and I'm wondering how it actually works on auto. I think I'll be doing another video where it's just entirely on auto, with zero input from me, just to see how quick it goes, and maybe that's faster, because they don't have a lot of AoE damage, so there's a lot of single target damage going on, and honestly, it might be better to auto at this point because of what's going on and the damage and stuff. I'm just about to time out, actually, so that would be a bit embarrassing. Let's wrap this up here. Bit quicker, come on, guys. Normally it doesn't take me this long to clear the node. Come on. The animations are taking forever. Maybe that's part of the issue. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no! I timed out right at the end. Are you joking me? Okay, so I'm gonna have to finish this up. I know I can do it. I was doing too much. I was multitasking at the same time. That's all my fault right there. So I'm gonna do this again off screen. I'm gonna come back though afterwards, and we're gonna take a look at the Ultimates boss node, where we're gonna do another gameplay there, and I'm gonna probably stick it on auto because I'm concerned about the time. About timing out on those nodes if I'm timing out here while talking. So I'll be back in just a second. Alright guys, so here we are at the end of the Ultimus 7 raid here with the last boss node that we're going to be attempting. There's some things that I learned from the back of the last boss node, and that's Anti-Venom's basic animation takes a fair bit of time, so I can't really mess around while I'm doing this here in the raids. And two, I kind of need to do this a bit quicker, so kind of like the point before. So hopefully we have enough damage to get through this. Now previously I've usually used Phoenix as a 5th spot for some extra damage, Unfortunately, there's not a lot of AoE damage from the team other than Symbiote Spider-Man's ult. A lot of it is sort of bleed damage, and I guess Scream does some as well, but it's not as big AoE damage as, say, Black Bolt's ult or anything like that. So we're going to jump in here for the final gameplay node here for this video, and we're going to do all 5 of them. Hopefully we don't get one shot, or anyone doesn't get one shot, and hopefully it's not Anti-Venom, because at the very start of the match, there is a Korath, I'm pretty sure, and that has the chance of killing someone right out of the gate. So let's see how this goes. As long as it's not Anti-Venom and it's not a crit or something, then we should be able to revive them back. But I'm gonna be, I'm not gonna be paying too close attention to everything that I'm doing, because there's a lot of damage that I need to get out for this node. So we didn't get one shot, but we get awfully close. Oh my god. We just almost lost 2 people right out of the gate, so we need to focus on Captain Marvel, I think is what I'm going to try and do here. Hopefully, and he's heal blocked, that's not good. So we're going to try and get some offense down here on everyone as much as we can, and now we're going to need to get that revive going here. Now, unfortunately, of course, Anti-Venom, or no, sorry, Symbiote Spider-Man has a bit low hit points, so we need to clear through that taunt there, and we need to get some speed bar going. If we die, god. Okay, this is a bit rough here, looking to see if we can stun Ultimus. I don't know if that's gonna... Oh, it did land, actually. So we need to start clearing some of these buffs. We're gonna have to hope that we can get through until the next time there is a revive. So we're gonna have to speed this along a little bit quicker. Like I said, the damage is a little bit of an issue. We need to spread some of that here from Korath to get that around to everyone else, and hopefully that will help. Anti-Venom taking a big hit there by Captain Marvel. So hopefully we can just hang in there a little bit longer and to get back around to an ult. Unfortunately, we don't have Carnage though, and this is a big issue here because we're not getting the speed bar for them being in the red. And so we're not going to be moving this along as quickly. We need to clear some of these buffs here. I don't know if Captain Marvel's going to die from all those bleeds. It's quite a bit, but not as much as I'd like here. So let's try and do a little bit more damage here. But we do have the defense up from Venom, so I'm hoping that this helps here. It's kind of hard to see everything, to be honest. There's so many negative stats effects, it's kind of blinding, to be honest. I think we have enough bleeds for most of the party here. Yeah, we got some people dropping here. I'm gonna apply the offense down to Rocket over here, but we do need to be concerned about Ronin. Now, unfortunately, we're 2 turns off here, it looks like, still. We're gonna do that over here. Ronin's gonna clear some of these stats effects. I don't remember how many he actually does, if it's all of them or not off of Kree characters. It's been a while since I've actually used him. So I hope he doesn't put too much of a wrench in here. We need to get Carnage back up ASAP. Let's stun Ronin while we're here. The clock is looking a bit grim here. We need to push this a bit along a bit quicker. We're halfway through now. I'm actually going to stick it on auto. I know I said I wasn't going to, but as long as I focus target who I think we need to, I think we might be okay. And that's Ronin, who I want to target at the moment. We get them down. So I think this might be what you need to do. Their AoE damage just is not sufficient enough. They rely on a lot of bleed damage, and oftentimes they might even die before the bleed actually ticks. Not always, but that is something that I have noticed here. So let's target on this Kree Royal. Oh, we're stuck behind this taunt here. Hopefully we can get through that in a second here. We're looking pretty good. We got everyone back up, so that's good. We did run without Carnage for a little while, so that might have hurt my damage. I'm starting to think autoing might be the better way, but actually targeting who you're gonna attack might seem a bit better here. We do need to get the Falcon down though. And yeah, Anti-Venom's animations can take a little bit longer. That, and I find Symbiote Spider-Man's basic, when he chains about, that sometimes takes some time too. So they're not the quickest animations that I would like for this team, and I think that kind of causes some issues here with the time. Down to 6 characters, so hopefully we can get this done here. Come on, drop the other wave. Alright. We need to focus down this rocket here, and hopefully we can spread some stuff over to the rest of them. 1 minute left. The rocket's down. Okay, let's focus on Gamora now. 50 seconds. I think that was key there. I think setting it on auto, but actually choosing the character, I think made a mountain of difference. So I think in terms, if you're having some time difficulties while doing that, that's probably what I'd recommend. So it looks like we are going to get the clear. It was a little bit hairy in the beginning, but we did recover from that. And fortunately, it was Carnage the one that took the hit, because he's the one who normally gives everyone a bunch of speed bar. So that was a little bit of an issue. But we did clear it with 20 seconds to spare. Now, I should have probably set that on auto earlier, but we had that death, so I needed to recover from that and then put it back on auto. So there's the end of Ultimus 7.1 with the Symbiote team. Now, like I said, I'm going to be doing a new video, a separate video, that's going to be a complete auto challenge from start to finish, and see if I run into any issues doing that, and kind of look at the time that it takes to clear them as well. So that's going to be the end of this video, but thanks everyone for watching. It was a bit lengthier than I would have liked, but I just wanted to get all of this in to showcase off Anti-Venom. So yeah, like I said, thanks for watching, guys, and of course, until next time, stay safe, and I'll see y'all later. Boylon signing out.